And I'm back with more Apollo Justice. We're going to be working with Phoenix's last trial today. So let's see what started everything. They actually do go back to the original Phoenix Wright music in a bit. With some cameos too. That was how we first met. 7 years ago. Okay. It's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. Gotta try and relax. Oh, good morning, Mr. Enigmar. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you all suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney just yesterday. Honestly, not sure I'm entirely prepared. I understand I'm asking the impossible. Well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. Oh. Oh, morning, Daddy! I'm so glad you came. You okay? Me picking on you? No! I'm fine as always. This old boy here is to help me, after all. That's young man to you? Good morning. That's a cute outfit you got on. Thank you! My first show's today, after all. Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? Me? Look what he started. Here! What's this? I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important. What's this? A memo for you or some such? Not from the looks of it. What is this? It's like a page from someone's diary? I'll give it a read later. Well, how do you feel about the trial today? We'll get through it somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today's a new guy here. An easy win then, yes? They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it is a difficult situation to put you in. But, allow me to say one thing. Yes? They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best and do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech? It's pep talk. Weird. Well, I'll do what I can. I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes. Isn't that right, Trucy? Yep, you bet, Daddy. First look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can for their sake. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffed up this morning. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client is Shady Enigmar. Gee, I wonder what he's trying to be. Known to the world as Zach Gramarye, a wildly popular magician, star of Troop Gramarye. His mentor, Magnifique Gramarye, and they're gonna keep saying Gramarye over and over, I think, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic until he was shot dead. And Zach is the suspect. And he's got arms for days, holy shit. Yeah, that's Prosecutor Gavin, alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigmar. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Is the prosecution ready? I was just thinking. Is this what all the fuss was about? Bit of a buzzkill, really. Buzzkill? Is that some new kind of crime? One of the worst. This is a trial, yeah? Where are all the sweaty palms, the pounding hearts? A Governor's Coach's got 10 times the thrill this gig's got. Who were you again? Clavier. Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, yeah. Gavin. Defense attorney. Figures my bro's more famous in this part of town. Clavier Gavin. Lead singer for the mega hit band Gaviners. You're out of your league, rock boy. I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. True. My debut single, 13 Years of Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah? Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro-rock accent, by the way. Which I have not been focusing on at all in this entire playthrough because I don't know how to do that sort of thing. I'm just getting warmed up, Herr Attorney Wright. I'm just being suave. It's better for that, I think. Perhaps you would be so kind as to fill us in on this case. A tune, baby! Time to call on the opening act. What was his name again? Oh yeah, Detective Gumshoe. Hit it! They brought him back. Yes! And you are? Hey! You're the one who called me up here, sir! Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct. Detective Gumshoe, long time no see. Hey, you! Me? Today's the day, pal. Today I win, and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What, you normally lack confidence? Hey, detective, this is my stage. Ken the antics. Huh? All this hey-youing and such. I could care less about your history. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand. Happened 6 days back, in a room in the General Hospital. Oh, he's a totally dead guy. The facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient, asleep in a hospital bed. Killer comes in, puts a pistol to his forehead, BAM! Lights out. Them's the facts. Not so long ago, the victim was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. Ah yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnifique to one of my generation, you're lucky to get a blank stare. Though I am sure that youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say Troop Gramarye has made quite a name for themselves. Anyhow, the retired Magnifique has been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? Malignorant tumor or something? Doing something to his liver, I think. Malignant tumor? In other words, he had liver cancer. He only had 3 months left to live. The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right. The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? I wouldn't put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die? Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes. Ugh. Liver cancer and diabetes both. Ugh. Diabetes? In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin when he was shot with a pistol. The syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer? As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. I believe the question before us is clear then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had? Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances. Yes, sir! Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent in a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man on the forehead. Bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belongs to the old man, sir. Ah, it's so nice having him back. What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting? Those are the facts. I have here the letter in question. Very unusual. Although, could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull a trigger, I wonder? I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court? Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that, sir. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? Devil's in the details, Herr Attorney. Well, was there some reason? As it turns out, there was. Every night for a half hour starting at 11, the victim was given an IV. An IV. There it is in the picture. Oh, there it is in the picture off to the side of the bed. At 11, a doctor would come and set it up. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night, without fail. So this was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption? During his IV. Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would. What's his reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? Could have at least mentioned it to me. How can you be so sure? Hey! You gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cracking. You failed the concept of questioning. First, we got this. It says shoot in the forehead, loud and clear. I could see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. You failed to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad. You give Pearl a gun, you moron. We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue shows it had been fired. Well, Mr. Wright? As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claims. Photo. Maybe there's something in there. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead? I think there's a hole. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me. What does the letter tell us? The defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes. Bingo, pal! That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead. No, the defense disagrees. See, the defendant had another choice he could make.
Objection!
What? And you could prove that with this photo? Sure can. I can prove he had a choice. The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot? That poor clown. He didn't do anything to deserve this.
Take that!
The clown doll. Take a closer look. See, it's been shot in the forehead, too. There's a hole in its forehead. And a hole in the prosecution's claim.
Objection!
Huh. And I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead. His forehead? Ugh. Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot, square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead, it definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff sent someone to investigate.
Objection!
I admit, I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, that doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Objection!
Perhaps he did have to shoot forehead, as ordered. But the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow the orders without taking a life. The bullet hole in the clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It may very well have a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure that the defendant didn't shoot the victim. So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see a novice's overconfidence. You know, you could just not be a kind of a dick about it, because Clavier is no slouch. He doesn't realize how big this tiny hole is gonna get. Because Phoenix usually doesn't take people lightly, that's the thing. Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony. Pistol definitely belonged to the... Why are you so certain? What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? Never heard of Zack and Valent's quick draw? Wait, what's that? One of the defendant's specialties. Zack and Valet stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead they hit everything else on stage. This was one of the pistols they used in the show. Got a great design, huh? Kids love it. I know, because I keep giving kids pistols, because I'm dumb. Sorry, it's the second time I brought it up. How do you do that? You're trying to console a kid, and you decide to just hand them a loaded gun. Anyway, many boys and girls, indeed, join the police because of that pistol, I hear. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force. True Grammar stopped doing that act a while ago. Old man held on to that pistol ever since. You mean the pistol, the one at the crime scene photo? That's the one. It's a funny looking gun, so there ain't no mistaking it. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. Rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. So you verified the murder weapon, in other words. You bet we did! The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir. Here she is. Well, this truly is a blast from the past. It's a stage pistol for magic show, see? But it can fire real bullets. It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of being fired. So were any of the fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that a lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint in its own. Intriguing point. Well made. Wait. Not well made. How not intriguing? In any case, the court accepts this into evidence. My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this. Oh, you're gonna hand him a gun, too? But now it's the time to return to our testimony. Stop handing kids guns. That's the cause of many of our problems. Let me just make sure.
Objection!
Yeah. Trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand? Yeah, but like I said before, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and did nothing of the sort to the victim. Pistol proves he couldn't. The murder weapon? How? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Pistol only holds one bullet at a time. Oh! Ah, damn! If he'd shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too! Even they're doing yarg in this game. That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot.
Objection!
Oh? Where'd he get that extra bullet? They're not easy to come by, you know. And if you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. Nah, this party's just getting started. And I haven't proven anything yet, beyond my good looks and startling record sales. And utter lack of humility? What's this? Seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Like I said, Hair Detective was just a warm-up act. Oh, but the audience gets a taste of what's to come. And they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who you will find can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Gramarye who shot the victim in the forehead. Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess. This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client. Court is adjourned. Yay! Nice, easy breezy case. I love it. So I'll save it here. And we'll get to Valant Gramarye's testimony next time. That's fun.